Hi, we're Jesse and Kelly, an Australian couple who has decided to take a long break from our jobs and travel around Southeast Asia on a motorbike. Our dream is to eventually travel around the world with a motorbike full time. Throughout our journey, we hope to show you picturesque places and inspire you to step out of your comfort zone and explore the wonders of the world and connect with the locals along the way. Please subscribe to our channel Two Wheels Across Borders, share our videos to help us achieve our dreams. Full Prabat Historical Park. It's historical rocks, ancient rocks. We're going to have a look. The ticket is 120 baht per person for foreigners. For those people that doesn't want to walk, there's free tram carts. You get driven around the park to have a look. Here's the first site of the rocks. So evidence suggests these are millions of years old and they're sandstone, supposedly. But it looks something out of this world though, isn't it? And yeah, look at that. They reckon it's erosion, that the bigger one sits on top and the smaller ones end up being the base. Wow, they look like giant mushrooms to me. The base at the bottom and then the big rock on the top. There's more. Flat, giant rocks. So they say it's limestone. Are we supposed to climb it? Can we climb it? They're sacred sites, supposing. Some of them has been renovated to become the sites of Buddhism. Now sit in there and take a photo. See, supposedly, if it's erosion, these rocks don't even touch when they're stacking. It's only touching at certain points. Really interesting, like so unworldly. Like alien structures almost. Josie's fascinated with these because it's so ancient and historical. You see how they're just sitting in some parts here. Tip. Very interesting. We are looking at millions of years old rocks. This is amazing, right? You look at these and they say it's limestone, but how is that not eroded already and the rock crumbles down? Wow. Look at the base of it. It's so interesting. Makes you wonder what the world was like before the human knows it. Us current modern little humans. This one is like one of the biggest ones I see so far. Look at these. That base of that huge one there is humongous. And then the top sitting on it, most of it is not even touching the bottom rock. Looks like we've picked the path that not many people go, and there's a big rock ahead of us. Whoa, look at these gigantic rocks. Supposedly rocks. Wow. It's huge. The roots, there's the base there, and then you go all the way up the top, and the trees are growing on it and around it too. Whoa. Look at the base of this. It's only holding up by this part of the rock here. It's not even, this pit here is hollow out. And then the other side, this way. That's so cool. As usual, the locals get a local price of 20 baht and the foreigners pay 120 baht for entry fees. But it's a good little spot. bit of a hidden gem. Not many tourists here. So you can see most of the top rocks are flat. And they say erosion over time from limestone. Even this one, it's mostly flat. And it's got like a mushroom dome on the top. Just flat up there. Wow. It's amazing. So much of the world we don't know. Here's Jersey's brain going off, thinking, wow, fascinating sights. He likes these ancient historical sites like this. And this one is also a huge one. There's some cactus growing on top of it too. This one's leaning on the side, and that one's just been held up by 2 points. 2 small points and a giant rock. And this one has some ancient paintings on it. It's almost like the Aborigines rock sites in Australia, but let's have a look. See, not much of it left. You see the painting there? That depicting like animals, not much of it left. You go all along there with the red markings. There's painting here too. And they're painted on the rocks. There's more there, wow. There you go. Painted of people. And that's, I think, one of the ones that got painted. Not sure if there's any more as we keep going to explore. So there's the little baby ones stacked on top there. Very, very intrigued of how these were actually formed compared to what we're told. Walking in here, it's like being transformed back in time. Gives you an imagination of the times when these were formed. Looking at these rocks and this whole site just makes me imagine the ancient forest must have been here too. Where were the ancient trees back in the days? Because these rocks are thousands of years old, or millions actually of years old. These trees are not. So are the trees that were here with the rocks. I'm feeling like we're in a Jurassic Park world or something. If the big ancient trees were here, you'll literally be like in Jurassic Park. A little trekking expedition into the ancient forest of Thailand. Udon Thani province. One of the national parks here. And there's more. And look at that. When they actually put more rocks in that on it to hold it up. Bricks. But then the question is, how was it being held up before they put all that extra dirt in there and bricks in there to hold it up? See that? All those bricks there they put in to hold the rock up. It only really being held up by that right side there. So it's only being held up by the side here. There's a whole cluster of them on this side. Wow, amazing. This one they call it the shelter rocks. So I reckon the ancient people back in the days come up here and take shelter under these rocks. Wow, very intriguing. Whoa, look at this. It's like a cave inside, a whole cluster of them. It's hollowed out. So out of this world. Even look at the ground, it's all rock. And then they turned this into a religious site in the 17th, 18th century. Some Buddhist statue like carved in here. See there? Gigantic rocks stacking on top of each other, supposedly. See, this one's a religious area too, babe. Come have a look. So put a statue there as well. There's a missing head now. There, see that? There's the base of that, and then the rock on top of it. More religious statues here. And this one's an actual shrine under the rock. Amazing. It's stunning. That one there just been held up by two small points, and then a big flat rock on top. Just amazing and very interesting. This one here has these stone pillars added after the rocks have been formed, and it's some sort of symbolism, but it looks like could be a sort of a ritual site. That's a half a rock missing there. It looks like the Stonehenge rock like pillars. Even these pillars say they were added during the 17th or 18th century. So they chiseled this by hand in this perfect shape. Incredibly remarkable historical artifacts that are really unknown to human. This area was used as a ceremonial site in the center here. It's like layers. There's probably no denying that they're mushrooms, but they just don't want to say it. There's a big water hole here. More mushrooms here. But this would be it for us, because you can spend half a day here looking at everything. I think this is the biggest one of all. You can literally spend half a day here if you want to see everything. This one is called Wat Luk Koya, the son-in-law's temple. And they've transformed it into a temple where the rock was hollowed out. So yeah, it becomes a religious site. And then you have this beautiful tree that's just growing up and around onto the top of the rock. To some people, it's just a whole bunch of rocks, but that's not. It's more than that. And that's it for us. If you want to explore the whole place quicker and easier, you can get a free tram and they'll drop you off at all the main spots. But then the other spots you have to walk, so yeah. It's a nice visit actually. Worth seeing. Spend half a day here.